Good morning, class 12 science. Yesterday we have started our online classes through virtual mode, and yesterday we have seen that we have started the chapter Biomolecules, and I was explaining about it. Now once again, just a revision of the topic that yesterday whatever we have discussed, and at the end you'll find the assignment based on it. So yesterday we have seen that biomolecules, and we came to know about it. What molecules keep us alive and how do they do so? All living organisms require several compounds to continue to live. So all living organisms require several compounds to continue to live, and these compounds we call these as biomolecules, and biomolecules is also known as molecules of life. All of these biomolecules are organic, which means that they contain carbon. So biomolecules are generally organic compounds, and when you say organic compounds, then there is always carbon present. So carbon has got a very unique property, as we know, since it has got a valence electron 4 and it has got the property to link with each other to form a long carbon chain. That property we call this catenation property, and it can form a strong covalent bonds with many other elements. So biomolecule, the definition tells us, also called biological molecule, any of numerous substances that are produced by cells and living organisms. So the chemical substances which are produced by cells and living organisms, we can call it as biomolecules. So the important biomolecules are carbohydrates, lipids, or we also call fats, then proteins, nucleic acids. Each of these classes have different structures and functions. So this four biomolecules, they have got their different structures and different functions, since the functional group that is present will be different. So in this chapter we are going to study about details about carbohydrate, proteins and nucleic acids. So carbohydrates are biomolecules which are used for energy and structural support of our body, we can say. It breaks down to provide us energy, and simple carbohydrates are found in foods such as fruits, milk and vegetables. You can get from cake, candy, where there is a sugar. Sugar is a form of carbohydrate. Other refined sugar products are simple sugars which also provide energy but lack vitamins, minerals and fibers. And the main source of carbohydrate is rice, wheat, potato. Okay, all these things are rich source of carbohydrates, and our body requires higher amount of carbohydrate per day compared to proteins, fats, minerals and vitamins. The major complex biomolecules of cells are made up of what? Say for example, biomolecule protein is made up of amino acids. So amino acid is considered as the structural and functional unit of amino acids. So around 10,000 amino acids will link with each other to form one protein molecule. Basic structure and function of cell. DNA deoxyribonucleic acid, it carries heredity information from generation to generation. RNA is ribonucleic acid, which helps in the protein synthesis in our body. Then we have got a polysaccharides, that the building block is made up of monosaccharides, which has got the major function of storage form of energy. That means it store energy in our body. Then next we have got lipids, which is fatty acids and glycerol. So the major function is storage form of energy to meet long-term demands. It forms the body needs some kind of energy that should be required for a longer time, that will be provided by lipids, that we call fatty acids and glycerol, and this we usually get from oils and all. Carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The ratio of these elements is roughly carbon 1, hydrogen 2 and oxygen 1. Okay, So this is the general you can say the ratio of the elements present in the carbohydrates. Now today's assignment number 1, this is for your midterm examination. Question number 1, define molecules. Question number 2, name some important molecules. Question number 3, what are carbohydrates? Mention some important sources of carbohydrates. And question number 4, what is the structural and functional unit of protein called? Okay, so complete this assignment and send it in my mail.